All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises to glory and honor to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'Shem, Karkadash. In the heavenly Father, your name is Yahweh. Son of God, Son, Ba'Shem, in the name of Ma'Shah, Yahweh Shah. Those are the true names in the ancient colors of Hebrew, the Ma'Shah, Kadash, for the tongue. And I say Barakatham to the elders who are Akim Akwaf, and I say Shalom. Out here again on the highways and hedges, the Chief Blessed Concourse on this September the 2nd, 2024. On this Monday morning in the Wadi Yahweh Shah, as always, for giving us the opportunity chance to come out here to do so. Lifting up the names like Yahweh Yahweh Shah and Barak Thumbs to the elders from Akim Akwaf, and I say Shalom. Yeah, this is the book of Luke 21 and verse 11. Luke 21 and verse 11. It says, "In great earthquakes shall be in diverse places, and famines and pestilence, and fearful sights and great signs shall that be from heaven." Right, so great signs shall that be from heaven in these earthquakes in diverse places. These increasing famines and pestilent plagues, and fearful sights and great signs shall that be from heaven as well too. Now I'm getting to that Luke 21 verse 25. As we've seen that large protest. As we've seen that large protest that took place over there in Israel, I believe it was like 7,000 people that had it. I think that was like the largest protest ever since they've been doing the protests, like back and forth of the protests of Benjamin Netanyahu being resigned. And then ever since then, the protests have been increasing. Now you got this new protest with this hostage situation. You had those 6 hostages. They was deleted. 6 of them was deleted. I believe one of them was from America. He was a small hatter. And I seen it on the news yesterday, last night. He was a small hatter. He had been like 23 years old because he was from America. Then he traveled over there to Israel, to Tel Aviv. But you had that during that situation that happened on October 7th. They've been hostages ever since then. And then it was like 6 people they had got deleted. By those Ishmaelites. So that since that now that's taking place, that's what you call uproars in people's world. Like it says in 2nd Edge 9 verse 3, Luke 21 verse 35, which I'm about to bring out now. So that's only going to cause more seditions and uprisings and uproars in people's world that we're seeing in our world today. This is Luke 21 verse 25. "And there shall be signs of the sun and the moon and the stars upon the earth, the disgrace of nations, with perplexity and the seas raging roaring." Right, that's what we're seeing. The disgrace of nations with perplexity and the seas raging roaring, in the state of perplexity of the nations, and the seas raging roaring, as we're going to continue to see increase more and more and more, And this is 2nd Edge chapter 9 verse 1. Matter of fact, 2nd Edge 9 verse 1, Salakia. 2nd Edge 9 verse 3, Salakia. Yeah, 2nd Edge chapter 9 verse 3. It says, "Therefore, when there should be seen earthquakes and uproars in people's world," right, like I mentioned again, right, we're going to see these increasing earthquakes and uproars in people's world. And then, like I mentioned, I had seen on a news article, you had one of the small hatters. I believe they was protesting over there. He was like, the hostages, they got deleted, stuff like that. He was saying that he blamed it on their leaders that's in power, and that's what you call seditions and uprisings and the uproars of people's world. They should not regard their kings nor their princes, and of course they're actually standing in power. So they was asking for a ceasefire deal. Now, since those 6 people that have been hostages ever since October 7th all went to now, and 6 of them was deleted. So that's really gonna stir up more tensions with the protesters that's rising up against their leaders in power over there in Israel and Tel Aviv. So that's only going to stir up more protests, more, which we've been seeing previously. It's only going to stir up more seditions, the citizens clashing against their leaders in power. In the course of that actually standing in power. So they're going to do more protests against the leaders in power, and especially Benjamin Netanyahu. They're going to try to continue to have him to be resigned, of his duties. And his cabinet members as well, too. And we've been seeing the division between him and his cabinet members as well, too, on back and forth. Sometimes they cool with each other, sometimes they not. And that goes into that Saint Mark 3, verse 23 to verse 26. If a house be divided against itself, that house cannot stand. And if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. So you're going to have citizens clashing against one another. You're going to have citizens clashing against their leaders in power as well, too. And then I believe over there in India, you had these, I think it was like a doctor. You know, she had got RIPE, if you know what I mean. And then they're in an uproar about that. And then we've been seeing those protests have been taking place over there in Bangladesh. So these are just prime examples that we're going to be seeing seditions and uprisings and the uproars of the people world. The distress of nations will perplex and seas rich and ruin. So it's only going to continue to increase, you know. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 9 verse 3. I'm going to read it again. It says, therefore, there shall be seen earthquakes, uproars of people world. Right, that's the key word, uproars. So the increase in uproars is going to increase amongst the nations. And this is St. Mark. Yeah, this is the book of St. Mark, chapter 3, and verse 23, and it reads, Salakia. Yep, St. Mark, chapter 3, and verse 23, and it reads, and he called them unto him and say in a parable, how can Satan cast out Satan? Right, so how can Satan cast out Satan? How can the wicked cast out the wicked? This is St. Mark 3, and verse 24. And if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. Right, so kingdoms being divided against within its own kingdom, they're going to have one kingdom rise up against another kingdom. So if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. That's what we're seeing, great divides amongst the kingdoms within themselves. Outside of their nation rise up against another kingdom. That's what we're seeing. And this is St. Mark 3 and verse 25. And if a house be divided against itself, the house cannot stand. Right, house is being divided, the house cannot stand. And that's what we're seeing throughout the whole planet Earth. The house is being divided among the nations within their own nation, outside of that nation as well too. This is St. Mark 3 verse 26. And if Satan rise up against himself and be divided, cannot stand but have an end. Right, so if Satan rise up against himself and be divided, he cannot stand but have an end. That's what we're seeing. You know? This is 2nd Ezra, Salakia. Yep, this is the book of 2nd Ezra 13. Yep, 2nd Ezra 13, verse 31. It says, 2nd Ezra chapter 13, verse 31, it reads, it says, and one shall overtake the fight against another, one city against another, one place against another, one people against another, and one realm against another. Right, so seditions is only going to continue to increase, just like I brought up at St. Mark 3, verse 23 to verse 26. The nations being divided, the kingdoms being divided, the houses being divided. So the great division is only going to continue to increase, you know. So these seditions and uprisings and uproars of the world that we're seeing in our world today, those are going to continue to increase. And this is the prophet Isaiah. Yeah, this is the prophet Isaiah 19, verse 2. And I will set the Egyptian against the Egyptian. And it says, they shall fight everyone against his brother, everyone against his neighbor. City against city, kingdom against kingdom. Right, so the modern day Egyptian against the modern day Egyptian. City against city, kingdom against kingdom. So it's going to be great divisions amongst the nations. We're going to continue to see that interest. And this is the book of Luke 12 and verse 51. Yeah, this is the book of Luke 12 and verse 51. It reads, Yahweh Shai speaking in red letter. It says, suppose ye that I come and give peace on earth, I take the native great division, right? Great divisions of Yahweh Shai. That's what we see. It says, Luke 12, it said, but rather division, right? Divisions among the nations in their own household. This is Luke 12, verse 52. It says, for from henceforth there shall be 5 in one house divided, 3 against 2, and 2 against 3, right? Great divisions amongst the houses of the nations. Luke 12, verse 53. It says, the father shall be divided against the son against the father, the mother against the daughter, and the daughter against the mother, and the mother-in-law against the daughter-in-law, and the daughter-in-law against the mother-in-law, right? Great divisions amongst the nations throughout the whole planet Earth. House being divided. Luke 12 verse 54. And he said also to the people, when you see a cloud rise out of west straightway, you say, there be coming a shower, so it is. Luke 12 verse 55. And when you see the south wind blow, you say, there be heat, and it cometh to pass. Luke 12 verse 56. Luke 12 verse 56. It says, you hypocrites, you discern the face of the sky and of the earth, perhaps that you do not discern the times. Right? For God in this world have blind the minds of people that which not believe, you know. because the wisdom of this world is foolishness in the sight of Heavenly Father. So how is that you can discern the face of the sky and of the earth, but how shall you not discern the times of the sign of the times that we're in, you know? And this is First Thessalonians. Matter of fact, I'll get to that later. So we'll bring out that second edge, the 9th chapter. But definitely for sure, as I brought out those scriptures about, seditions amongst the nations, and it's only going to continue to increase. This is second edge, chapter 9, verse 1, switch at the top. Second edge, chapter 9, verse 1, he answered me again and said, measure thou the time diligently with himself, when thou seest the parts of the signs past, which I had told you before. Right, so we're going to continue to measure the time diligently in itself, sound your alarm, blow the trumpet now, so more than ever. Occupying the prophecies, prophesy against great countries and great kingdoms of war, evil, and pestilence, more to the best of our ability. Second Edge, chapter 9, verse 2. It says, then thou shalt understand, it is at very same time we're in the highest, which is the Heavenly Father Yahweh, will begin to visit the world which he made. Right, so you're going to continue, the Heavenly Father's going to continue to begin to visit the world which he made with these earthquakes in diverse places. These families and pestilence, etc. Second Edge, chapter 9, verse 3. It says, therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars in the people world, right? Just like I touched on those uproars over there in Tel Aviv, Israel, 7,000 people. This is like one of the largest protests ever since those 6 people got deleted of that hostage deal. That hostage situation. But they've been hostage ever since October 7th all the way to now. So 6 of them was deleted. And then you had those protesters over there. So they're protesting against their leaders in power. And then other protests and seditions and uproars that we see in different parts around the world as well too. So we're going to see that increase more and more and more. The distress of nations will perplex and siege where you're going. Seditions, uprisings, uproars of people war amongst the nations of different kingdoms. And nations clashing against one another. And then the leaders, the citizens going against their leaders in power. And of course, they actually stand in power. So like I mentioned that before, I touched on that as well too. It says, second Edge, chapter 9, verse 3. It says, therefore, right, so you had an earthquake. You had an earthquake over there in Indonesia. Papua New Guinea, my mistake. Over there in Papua New Guinea, that was like a 6.4 magnitude of an earthquake over there in that area. So these are prime examples that we're going to be seeing the increasing of the high magnitude of these earthquakes in diverse places, like the scripture says in Luke 21, verse 11. You shall be seeing earthquakes in diverse places, and famines and pestilent plagues, and fearful sights and great signs shall that be from heaven. So that's only going to continue to increase. So we're going to see the increasing of earthquakes. We're going to see the increasing of uproars in people's world. Like I mentioned in second Edge, 9 verse 3, which I just got to read. This is second Edge, chapter 9 verse 4. Then thou shalt understand that the Most High Yahweh spake of these things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. Right, 10:10, call Allah Yahweh. Right, so the Heavenly Father spoke of these things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. Now we're seeing it start taking full effect on the planet Earth. We'll take heed to it, of the signs of the times. Second Edge, chapter 9, verse 5. For like all that is made, the world had its beginning, and it is manifested, right? The end is being manifested with these increasing biblical signs coming to pass and be fulfilled. These increasing prophecies that's about to come to pass and be fulfilled. We're seeing that in progress as we speak. It's being manifest more and more and more. Hey, call Allah Yahweh. This is second Edge, chapter 9, verse 6. It says, even so the times also the highest, which is Yahweh, have plain beginning and wonder and powerful works and any effects and signs. Right, so powerful works and any effects and signs is going to increase more and more and more from the Heavenly Father, Yahweh himself. Second Edge, chapter 9, verse 7. And everyone that shall be saved shall be able to escape by his works, and by faith we have believed. Right, so this only pertains to the children of Israel. Y'all shall all the principal power. So for our works and by faith we have believed. And it makes perfect sense because you read Amos, the 3rd chapter, the Heavenly Father, he only revealed his secrets unto his servant Christ and his life. So through our works and by faith we have believed shall be saved. Second Edge, 9, verse 7. Everyone shall be saved. Should be able to escape by his works, and by faith we have believed. And this is second Edge, chapter 9, verse 8. Shall be preserved from the said perils. I don't want rocks out that will be saved from the said perils. Lord willing, Yahweh willing. They shall see my salvation in my land within my borders. For I have sanctified them for me from the beginning. And this is second Edge, chapter 9, verse 9. Then shall they be in pitiful case which they have abused my ways, right? The ways of the Heavenly Father Yahweh, his righteous ways. They had cast away despitefully, still to this day, shall the weather turn. This is second Edge, 9, verse 10. For such as in their life they have received benefits, have not known them. Right? Receive benefits from the Heavenly Father Yahweh, but has not known them still to this day. And this is second Edges 9 verse 11. And they that have loved my all, which is a law, statutes, commandments of the Heavenly Father, while they have their ignorance still to this day, as a place of repentance is open unto them, understood and not despised. Second Edges 9 verse 12, Salakia. Second Edges 9 verse 12, the same must know it after death by pain. Second Edges 9 verse 13, and it reads, it says, therefore be thou not curious how the ungodly shall be punished, but inquire how the righteous shall be saved, whom the world is, but whom the world is created. Second Edges 9 verse 14, then answer I and say, verse 15, I had said before, now to speak, with it speak it also hereafter, there shall be many of them perish of them that which shall be saved. Second Edges 9 verse 16, like as a wave greater than a drop. This is second Edges 15 verse 1. Now second Edges 15 verse 1. It says second Edges 15 verse 1, it says, behold, speak thou of the ears of my people, the words of prophecies which I put in thy mouth, saith Yahweh. Right, so these are the very important words that the Heavenly Father put in our mouth as being the service of prophecy in these modern day times, other signs of times. And we're speaking the words of prophecies unto the children of Israel, whether they hear ready for hearing them. This is second Edges 15 verse 2. And cause them to be written in paper, they are faithful and truth. Right, so the words of Yahweh in the Holy Scriptures that are written in paper, they are faithful and truth. This is second Edges chapter 15 verse 3, and it reads, fear not the imagination against thee, let not the incredulity of the intrepidity that speak against thee, right, for the scoffers, the unbelievers. Second Edges 15 verse 4, for all the unfaithful shall die and their unfaithfulness, right, for the non-believers. Second Edges 15 verse 5, it says, behold, we said Yahweh, that will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. Right, that's what Heavenly Father's bringing. Those are increasing blessings and plagues. That sword, famine, death, and destruction that's only going to continue to increase. Second Edges 15 verse 6, it says, for wickedness have exceedingly ruled the whole earth, and the whole works are fulfilled. Right, so wickedness have exceedingly ruled the whole earth, and the whole works are fulfilled still to this day. Second Edges 15 verse 7, it says, therefore saith Yahweh, verse 8, and I will hold my tongue no more instead of touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit. Neither I will suffer neither I will suffer them endless things, which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and the righteous blood cry to me, and the souls of the just complain continuously. Watch the souls of the just complain continuously, which is the servant and prophets of the Heavenly Father, including the elders while I Second Edges 15 verse 10, behold, my people is a flock to slaughter, and I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt. Right? This is modern day spiritual Egypt, just like ancient Egypt. Second Edges 15 verse 11, but I will bring them out with a mighty hand, and they stretched out arm and smite Egypt with plagues as before. And I will destroy all the lands thereof. Right, so the Heavenly Father is going to send plagues on modern day Egypt, just as he did in ancient Egypt before, which is that Second Edges 15 verse 5. Isaiah 19 verse 1, Isaiah 66 verse 15, verse 16, Malachi 4 chapter, Zechariah 14 chapter. This Second Edges 15 verse 12, it says, Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation shall be smitten with the plagues and punishment that Yahweh shall bring upon it. This is Second Edges 15 verse 13. They that till the ground shall mourn, for the sea shall fail through the blasting of the hail, with the filled with consolation. This is Second Edges 15 verse 14. It said, woe to the world and them that dwell therein. If you look up that word, woe means great distress. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. Second Edges 15 verse 15, with the sword and destruction draw nigh, and one people should stand up and fight against another with swords and weapons. Right, so great seditions amongst the nations. It's modern day swords and weapons as well too. Second Edges 15 verse 16. It says, there should be sedition among men invading one another. They should not regard their kings or their princes, and of course their actions stand their power. Right, that's what we're seeing in the world today, these increasing protests and seditions that we're seeing amongst the nations, clashing against one another. And then we're seeing the citizens rising up against their leaders in power as well too. This is Second Edges 15 verse 17. And who should desire to go into a city and should not be able to. Right, it's going to be a time where a man should desire to go into a city and he should not be able to. And these are the times we're about to enter into. You know, that martial law, state of emergencies events, and field camps, concentration camps. These are the times we're about to enter into. You know, that's why we out here prophesying about it. Second Edges 15 verse 18, but because of that pride, like Proverbs 16 verse 18, but because of that pride, the city shall be troubled, and the house shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. Second Edges 15 verse 19, and says that man should have no pity upon his neighbor, which we're seeing right now amongst all the nations. What shall destroy their house with the sword? Right, the modern day swords and weapons. It says spoil their goods because of lack of bread. in great tribulation, right? Matthew 24, verse 21, Amos 8, verse 11, verse 13. And these are the times, we're about to enter into. This is what we have here prophesying about war, evil, and a pestilence, This is Daniel 12, verse, matter of fact, Jeremiah, Salakia. Then I'm going to get to that Daniel's. This is Jeremiah, Salakia. This is Jeremiah 30, verse 7. This at last for that day is great, so none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he should be saved out of it. And out on rock side, that will be saved during the time of Jacob's trouble, which is going to come into full effect. Because all the nations of the planet Earth is going to be full effective during the time of Jacob's trouble. This is a very time we're about to enter into, a very serious time, the time of Jacob's trouble. So out on rock side, that will be saved during the time of Jacob's trouble, quoting the elders while Akim, elders while Akim or Aqua, men with the children as well too, quoted, So out on rock side, that will be saved during the time of Jacob's trouble because it's going to come into full effect, This is Daniel's. Before I get to Daniel's, I'm going to bring up that Amos. You got this Amos 8, verse 11. It says, behold, the days come, said Yahweh, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread nor bunch of water, but the hearing of the words of Yahweh. Right, so it's going to be a famine of word for lack of bread, for lack of water, but the hearing of the words of Heavenly Father Yahweh. These are the times we're about to enter into, and it's going to come into full effect. We're seeing signs of it, but it's going to come into full effect of the famine of the word, for lack of bread, for lack of water, but the hearing of the words of Heavenly Father Yahweh. This is Amos 8, verse 12. They shall run from sea to sea, from the north even to the east. And they shall run to and fro, try to seek the words of the Heavenly Father Yahweh, shall not find them. Right, that's why it says Isaiah 55, verse 6. Seek ye Yahweh while he may be found, call upon him while he is near. That pertains to the children of Israel. This is Amos 8, verse 13. It says, in that day shall fed verse a young man fed for thirst. And this is the book of Daniel. Yep, Daniel 12, verse 1. It says, and at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, was standing for the children of thy people, right, the Israelites. It says, and there shall be a time of trouble such as never was since there was a nation. Even to the same time, and at that time, thy people shall be delivered, and everyone shall be found written in the book. This is Daniel 12, verse 2. And many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall wake to everlasting life, some to shame, everlasting contempt. This is Daniel 12, verse 3. And they that be wise shall shine as the brightness of the firmament, and they that turn many to righteousness as the stars from heaven ever. This is the prophet Daniel 12, verse 4. For thou ordained shall the words to seal the book, to the time of the end. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall increase. Right, so many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall increase. These times, And this is the book of Habakkuk 2 and verse 1. It says, and I will stand upon my watch and set upon the tower when I will watch to see what I shall answer unto me, when I shall answer when I'm approved. This is Habakkuk 2 and verse 2, and it reads, and I will answer me, say, write the vision, make a plain upon the table, that he may run and read of it. Right, so blessed he that readeth it. And blessed he that run and readeth it as well too. This is Habakkuk 2 verse 3. But the vision is yet from the point of time, but the end shall speak, shall not lie, tarry. Wait for it, because it will surely come without tarry. Right, so the vision is yet for the point of time, and it's tarry. I mean, it's not tarry no more, because it will surely come without tarry. So, the signs of the times, the increasing biblical signs that we're seeing in the world today, and the prophecies that's about to come to pass through the field, we are in those processing stages, It's only going to continue to increase. Now let's switch it up and get to that Jeremiah. You got Jeremiah 51. As we see the downfall of Babylon the Great. This is Jeremiah 51 verse 1. It says, thus saith Yahweh, behold, I will raise up against Babylon, against them that dwell in the midst of them that raise up against me a destroying wind. This is the prophet Jeremiah 51 verse 2. And I will send unto Babylon's famine, that shall famish her into your land. For the day of trouble shall be against her round about. This is Jeremiah 51 verse 3. And against him that bendeth let the arch bend his bow by those arrows, those missiles. And against him that lifted himself up in his rise, spare he not her young man, destroy unto all her hosts. This is the prophet Jeremiah 51 verse 4. It says, thus the slain shall fall in the land of Chaldeans, and they that are burst in verse 3. This is Jeremiah 51 verse 5. For Israel has not been forsaken, nor Judah of his power, of Yahweh of hosts. Though their land was filled with sin, it is the Holy One of Israel. Prophet Jeremiah 51 verse 6. Flee out of the midst of Babylon, and never every man's soul be not cut off of her iniquity. For this is the time that Yahweh's vengeance, he will render unto her a recompense. Right, for us Israelites, we got to come out of the way to Babylon mentally and spiritually. Because this is the time the Heavenly Father, Yahweh's vengeance, he will render unto her a recompense. Jeremiah, which is Babylon, the great daughter of Babylon. Jeremiah 51 verse 7, it says, Babylon has been a golden cup in Yahweh's hand, Christ to this day. Because this is a modern day spiritual tower of Babylon. And this is modern day Babylon that made all the earth jump, right? Made all the earth jump. And the nations jumped on that Babylon nations. The nations had jumped for God, and therefore the nations are mad. Right now, we start to see the nations are starting to rise up against the daughter of Babylon, what she provokes evil, its wickedness, unrighteous decrees still to this day. The prophet Jeremiah 51 verse 8. Babylon is suddenly fall and destroyed. How for her take bond for her pain is so that she may be healed. Right, so there's no healing for Babylon. We're seeing the downfall of it. Jeremiah 51 verse 9. We would have healed Babylon, but she's not healed. Forsake her, let us go, everyone to his own country. For her judgment is reaching to heavens and it's lifted up to the skies. Right, so the justice of Babylon has been reaching to heavens and it's lifted up even to the skies still to this day. And this is the prophet Jeremiah 51 verse 12. Jeremiah 51 verse 10, Salaki. It says, in the power of Yahweh has brought forth our righteousness. Come and let us declare unto Zion in the works of Yahweh our power. This is the prophet Jeremiah 51 verse 11. It says, make right the arrows, right those pistols, and gather the shields, and Yahweh has raised up the spirit of the kings and beasts with the Russians. It says, but his device against Babylon to destroy it, because it is the vengeance of Yahweh and against of the temple, while the temple are his people, Israelites. So his vengeance against Babylon and against his temple are his people, Israelites, like I mentioned before. This is prophet Jeremiah 51 verse 12. It says, set up a stand upon the walls of Babylon, make watch, set up the watchmen, prepare the ambushes, for Yahweh has both advised and done that which is spake against the inhabitants of Babylon. And this is the prophet Jeremiah 51 verse 13. Hold out the well upon many waters and treasures. Thy end is come, the measure of thy covetousness. And this is the prophet Jeremiah 51 verse 14. And the power of Yahweh the Most High sworn by himself, saying, surely I will fill thee with men as with caterpillar, they shall lift up a shout against thee. And this is the prophet Jeremiah 51 verse 15. He reads through the Holy Scriptures. He hath made the earth by his power, and hath established the world by his wisdom. He hath stretched out the heavens by his understanding. Verse 16. When he uttered his voice, there is a multitude of waters in the heavens, and he caused the vapors to ascend from the ends of the earth. He maketh lightning with rain, he maketh forth the winds out of destruction. Jeremiah 51 verse 17. Every man is rooted by his knowledge, and every founder is confounded by the graven image. But his multiple image is falsehood, there is no breath in it. Right, Psalms 96 verse 5. This is Jeremiah 51 verse 18. They are vanity and the works of ever, and the time of visitation shall perish. Right, those false idols. Psalms 96 verse 5. This is Jeremiah 51 verse 19. The portion of Jacob is not like him, for he is the former of all things, and Israel is a right of his inheritance, and Yahweh of hosts is his name. This is the prophet Jeremiah 51 verse 20. It says, thou art my battle axe and weapons of war, with thee I will break the peace of the nations, and with thee I will destroy kingdoms. Right, that shows that the Father, he's a man of war. And Yahweh, the Prince of Power, are his battle axe and weapons of war. Thou art my battle axe and weapons of war, with thee I will break the peace of the nations, and with thee I will destroy kingdoms. Jeremiah 51 verse 21. And with thee I will break the pieces of horses and his rider, and with thee I will break the pieces of the chariot and his rider. Jeremiah 51 verse 22, and it reads, and with thee I will also break the pieces man and woman, with thee I will break the pieces of old and young, and with thee I will break the pieces of the young man and the maid. Verse 23, and I will also break the pieces of the shepherd and his flock, with thee I will break the pieces of the husbandman and his yokes of oxen, with thee I will break the pieces of captains and rulers. This is Jeremiah 51 verse 24. And I will render unto Babylon and to all the inhabitants of Chaldea. Just like he did that to ancient Babylon, ancient Chaldea, he's going to do that to modern day Babylon and modern day Chaldea as well too. And all that evil that they had done it to Zion, in your sight, said Yahweh. The prophet Jeremiah 51 verse 25. Behold, I am against thee, O destroying mountain, said Yahweh, which destroyeth all the earth, still to this day. And I will stretch out my hand upon thee, and I will roll thee down from the rocks, and I will make thee a burnt mountain. This is Jeremiah 51 verse 26. And they shall not take of thee a stone from a corner, nor a stone from the foundations, but thou shalt be destined forever, said Yahweh. Prophet Jeremiah 51 verse 27. Set up a standard in the land, and blow the trumpet among the nations. Prepare the nations against her, calls together against the kingdoms of Asherah and Mini. Hey, shout out to that brother Yahweh, the prophets on the scene, judge become 20, appoint a captain against her, calls the host to come up as a rough caliber. This is the prophet Jeremiah 51 verse 28. Prepare against her the nations with the kings of the east, by the Russians, and captains thereof, and all the rulers thereof, and all the rulers thereof, all the lands days of his dominion. The prophet Jeremiah 51 verse 14 reads, and the land shall tremble and sob for every purpose of how it should be formed against Babylon, to make the land Babylon a desolation by the habitation. The prophet Jeremiah 51 verse 30. The mighty men of Babylon for the to fight, they have remained in war, their mind has failed, they become as women, they have burdened with the revelation, how bars are broken. This is Revelations 18 verse 1. Shalom up, Yahba Shemel Shah Barakatah. Hey, Barakatah to you, yours, Shalom up. Got this Revelations. Got Revelations 18 verse 1. It says, Revelations 18 verse 1. It says, and after these things I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was like his door. Revelations 18 verse 2. It says, he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the great is fallen, it's fallen. It's becoming a habitation of deceivers and a hope, and a foul spirit, and a cage of every unclean HATEF bird. Right, that's what Babylon the great promotes. Unrighteous decrees, evil and wickedness, you know. Revelations 18 verse 3, it says, for all the nations have drunk the wine and ride for her fornication. Right, all the nations have been drunk with the ways of Babylon, what it promotes, unrighteous decrees still to this day. It says, and the kings of the earth who had committed fornication with her, and the mercies of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies. Revelations 18 verse 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that she be not partaker of her sins, receive none of her plagues. Right, for the children of Israel, we got to come out of the ways of Babylon, mentally and spiritually, and coming back into the righteous path, the righteous ways, and the side of Heavenly Father out. That's how it shows people. So be not partaker of her sins, receive none of her plagues. Revelations 18 verse 5. For her sins have reached the heavens, and Yahweh has removed her iniquities. For her sins have reached the heavens, and the Heavenly Father has removed her iniquities still to this day. Revelations 18 verse 6. It says, for her even as she poured a meat double unto her double according to her works, and the cup which she had filled fit to her double. Revelations 18 verse 7. It says, how much she had glorified herself and lived deliciously by Babylon the Great, the daughter of Babylon. So much torment and sorrow before her, for she had sit in her heart, right? Heart is your mind, because the heart is deceitful above all things. It says, I sit a queen, I am the widow, and shall see no sorrow. Revelations 18 verse 8. It says, therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death, mourning, and famine, and she shall be utterly burnt with fire, for Yahweh thy power who judgeth her. Revelations 18 verse 9. And the kings of the earth who had committed fornication with her lived deliciously shall beware her and lament for her, when they shall see the smoke of her burning. Revelations 18 verse 10. It says, standing afar off the field of torment, saying, at last, that great city, Babylon, that mighty city, for in 1 hour thy judgment come. Revelation 18 verse 11. It says, and the merchants of the earth shall weep and mourn over her, for no man buy their merchandise anymore. Revelation 18 verse 12. It says, the merchandise of gold and silver, and precious stones and pearls, and fine linen and purple and silk and scarlet, and all by wood and all manner of vessels, of ivory and all manner of vessels of most precious woods, and of bronze and iron and marble. Revelations 18 verse 13. In the cinnamon and the orders and ointments, and wine and oil, fine flour, wheat, and beasts and sheep, and horses and chariots, slaves and souls of men. Revelations 18 verse 14. And the fruit, and the fruits of thy lust after all depart from thee, and all things which were dainty and good are depart from thee, and thou shalt find no more at all. Revelations 18 verse 15. And the mercies of these things which were made rich by her, standing afar off, for the field of torment, weeping and wailing. Revelations 18 verse 16, saying, at last, that great city, that was clothed with fine linen and purple and silver and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls. Revelations 18 verse 17, it reads, for in 1 hour so great riches comes to naught, every shipmaster all accompanied with ships and sailors, as many as strayed by sea stood afar off. Revelations 18 verse 18, they cried when they saw the smoke of the furnace, saying, what city is like unto this great city? Revelations 18 verse 19, and it reads, it says, and they cast dust in their heads, and they cried, weeping and wailing, saying, at last, that great city, which was made rich, and had all the ships in the sea by reason of her crossings, for in 1 hour she was made desolate. Revelations 18 verse 20, it says, rejoice over her, thou heavens, and behold the apostles and prophets, for Yahweh has avenged you on her. Revelation 18 verse 21, and a mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone and cast it into the sea, saying, thus will violence to that great city Babylon be thrown down, and shall not be found no more at all. Revelation 18 verse 22, and the voice of the harps and musicians and pipers and trumpeters shall be heard no more at all, and no craftsman, whoever crafty be, shall be found any more in thee, and the sound of the millstone shall be heard no more in all thee. Revelations 18 verse 23. And the light of the candle should be shining no more in all thee, and the voice of the bridegrooms and of the bride should be heard no more in all thee. For thy mercies were all the great men of the earth, and for thy sorceries were all nations seen. Revelation 18 verse 24. It says the earth was found the blood of the prophets of the saints, and all that was slain upon the earth. Right, so in 1 hour, Babylon's reign is going to be made desolate right in itself. Now, if we switch it up and get to that Revelations, the 13th chapter, as we get it closer and closer to the implementation of this cashless society, of this central distributed currency, the pushing of this RFID and CHIP. This Revelations 13 verse 16, and it calls all, both small and great, rich and poor, free or bond, to receive a coordinate in their right hand or in their FOREHEADS. Right, so in order to buy or sell, they're going to want you to have that technology that they want you to store in your body, which is the upper part of your body, right part of your body, in order to buy or sell. It's going to be a cashless society. Even though the paper dollar is still value right now, but the paper dollar, that's going to be the thing of the past, is everything is going to be digital. A full digital, because the paper dollar is going to be the thing of the past. This is Revelation 13, verse 17. So if you're upper class and lower class of the economic perspective of all the races of the planet Earth, this is what they're pushing for. This is Revelation 13, verse 17. And that no man might buy or sell, say that he had the Quran or the name of the BEAST, right, the system, or the number of his name, right? So you got to have that RFID, the CHIP, in order to buy or sell. Cashless society, contactless fast payment society, this digital dollar, digital ID, digital wallet, digital currency. Revelation 13 verse 18, it says, here is wisdom. Let him have understanding, count the number of the BEAST, for it is the number of a man. And his number is SIX 364 SIX. This is Revelation 14 verse 8. It says, and there followed another angel saying, Babylon is fallen. That great city, Babylon, because she made all the nations drink the wine and wrap her fornication by states in his name. This is Revelation 14 verse 9. It says, and the third angel followed him, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the BEAST in his image, receiving his Quran in his FOREHEAD or in his hand. Revelation 14 verse 10, the same shall drink the wine and wrath of Yahweh was poured without mixture, and his cup to his indignation. He shall be torn with fire and brimstone in the presence of holy angels, in the presence of the Lamb. Revelation 14 verse 11, it says, and the smoke of that torment ascending up forever and ever. They have no rest day or night, who worship the BEAST in his image, and whosoever receiveth the Quran in his name. And this is Revelation 3 verse 10. Revelation 3 verse 10, it says, because thou hast kept the words of my patience, This is Revelations 3 verse 10. It says, because thou hast kept the words of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. Right, so as long as we keep the patience of the words of Heavenly Father, he'll keep us from the hour of temptation, which is going to come upon the whole planet Earth.
They're supposed to be like,
Now let's get into that, switch up the topic, get into that Jeremiah 28 verse 8. Yeah, this is the prophet Jeremiah, chapter 28 verse 8. It says, the prophets that have been before thee and before thee of old, prophesied both against many countries and great kingdoms of war, evil, and pestilence. Right, so we're prophesying against great countries and great kingdoms of war, evil, and pestilence. This is Jeremiah 28 verse 9. It says, the prophets which prophesied peace, and the word of the prophet shall come to pass. Then shall the prophet know that the outcast shall be saved. Right, so we got to see the increasing of these war, evil, and pestilence that we said in our war today. Just like the prophets of old mentioned the war, evil, and pestilence. Now we said this in modern day times too, of the war, evil, and pestilence. That's what we're going to continue to prophesy about more and more. This is the prophet Jeremiah. This is the prophet Jeremiah 51 verse 46, and it reads, you have Jeremiah 51 verse 46. It says, least your heart faint, you fear for the rumor that should be heard in the land. And a rumor should come both 1 year, after that another year should come a rumor. Lots of land rumor and story. Just like that was taking place in Jeremiah's time, and the prophets of old time. And now we're seeing this in modern day times as well too. Now we're getting into that in Ezekiel, the 38th chapter. As we've been seeing the Russia-Ukraine situation has been intensifying as well too. This is the prophet Ezekiel, chapter 38, verse 1. And the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, Ezekiel 38, verse 2, Son of man, set thy face against God and Omega, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, and prophesy against him. Right, that's what we're doing in modern day times, prophesying against God and Omega, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, which the bear represents the Russians of Gog and Magog. Ezekiel 38, verse 3. It says, thus saith Yahweh. It says, thus saith Yahweh, behold, I am against thee, O God, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal. Christ this is name. His heavenly fathers against God and Magog. Ezekiel 38, verse 4. And I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws. I will bring thee forth from all thy army, horse and horsemen. All the land clothed with all sorts of armor, even in great company, both on shields, all the heavy swords. Whilst your heavy arms to continue to put that hooks and backs to the jaws of these Russians to build a warlike mindset. That's why I'm saying the Russian-Ukraine situation is intensifying. We're seeing Russia opening in Syria as well too, teaming up with the Dragons of Arabia, the pro-Iranian groups, teaming up with Iran, going against the Israel Defense Force. And we're seeing Russia versus the United States, that's heating up as well too, and Russia versus NATO. So the Henry Fox put that hooks and back to the jaws of the Russians to be in that warlike mindset. Ezekiel chapter 38, verse 5, it says, Persia, Ethiopia, Liverpool, all of them will share the family. Ezekiel 38, verse 6, it says, Gomer and all his bands, the house of Togarmah of the north coast, and all his bands in the Ezekiel, Gomer, which is the modern day Turks, they over there in Iraq and Syria. Ezekiel 38, verse 7, be thou prepared to prepare for thyself, and all thy company shall not assemble unto thee, be thou a God unto them. Right, so Russia is going to be a God to these nations of Iran, Ethiopia, Libya, and Turkey, going against the Israel Defense Force over there in the Middle East and Western Asia. This is Ezekiel 38, verse 8, Salaki. It says, after many days thou shalt be busy, in a lot of years thou shalt come in the land that is brought back from the sword, and is gathered out of many people, and against the mountains of Israel, which have been always waste, but is brought back from out of the nations. That dwells safely among them. Ezekiel 38, verse 9. Thou shalt ascend and come like this land, thou shalt like the clouds of the land, like hands of the people. This is Ezekiel 38, verse 10. Thus saith I will not power, it shall also run the pass. And that at the same time shall things come into thy mind, and thou shalt never enter the water. This is the prophet Ezekiel 38, verse 11. Thou shalt say, I will go up to land upon all villages, and I will go to them that are at rest and dwell safely, of all of them dwelling without walls, having neither walls nor gates. And this is the prophet Ezekiel 38, verse 12, and reads, to take your spoil, to take your prey, to turn the king upon the desolate places that are now inhabited upon the people that are gathered in nations, which I have gathered captive and dwell in the land. This is Ezekiel 38 and verse 13. Shiva to them in the mercies of Tarshish, and all the young armies of Tarshish say unto thee, art thou come to take a spoil, as I gathered thy company, to take a prey, to carry away silver and gold, to take away cattle and good, and take away great spoil. This is the prophet Ezekiel 38, verse 14. It says, therefore, son of man, prophesy unto God, and say, thus saith Yahweh thy power. In that day when my people of Israel, right, we are the real Israelites, that dwell safely, thou shalt know it. Ezekiel 38, verse 15. And thou shalt come from the place out of the north parts, thou and the people of thee, and all them riding upon horses in a great company and mighty army. Ezekiel 38, verse 16. And thou shalt come up against my people as the clouds of the land. And there shall be in the latter days that I will bring thee against my land, that the heathen may know me when I shall be sanctified in thee, O God, before their eyes. This is Ezekiel 38, verse 17. Thus saith Yahweh thy power, I have spoken the whole time by my servant the prophets of Israel, which prophesied in his days and years, that I will bring thee against them. This is the prophet Ezekiel 38, verse 18. And it shall come to pass in that same time, it shall come against the man of Israel, and said, this is Ezekiel 38, verse 19. It says, for my jealousy and the fire of my wrath have I spoken. Surely in that day there shall be a great shaking in the land of Israel. Ezekiel 38, verse 20. So that the fishes of the sea and the fowls of the heaven and the beasts of the field and all creeping things that creep upon the earth and all the men that are upon the face of the earth shall shake in my presence. And the mountain shall be thrown down, and the step shall, it says, in the step places shall fall, and every wall shall fall to the ground. This is Ezekiel 38, verse 21. It says that I will call for a sword against him throughout all my mountains, saith Yahweh thy power. And every man's sword shall be against his brother. This is Ezekiel 38, verse 22. Ezekiel Ezekiel 38, verse 22. It says, "Now I will plead with him with essence and blood. I will rain upon him, upon the lands, and upon the many people that are with him, and a overflowing rain and great hailstones and fire brimstones." This is Ezekiel 38 and verse 23. "Thus I will magnify and sanctify myself, and I'll be known in the eyes of many people. And they are, it says, they shall know that I am Yahweh Khan." And this is the prophet Ezekiel 39.
Good morning.
Hey, good morning. How you doing, sir? This is Ezekiel chapter 39 and verse 1. It says, "Therefore, son of man, prophesy against God and say, thus saith Yahweh thy power. Behold, I am against thee, O chief person of Meshach and Tubal." Ezekiel 39 and verse 2. It says, "Now I will turn thee back and leave but the sixth part of thee, and I will cause thee to come up from the north parts, and I will bring thee upon the mountains of Israel." Ezekiel chapter 39 and verse 3, and it reads, "And I will smite thy bow at thy left hand, and I will cause thy arrows to fall at thy right hand." And this is the prophet prophet Isaiah, my apologies. Yeah, this is the prophet Isaiah 13 and verse 17. It says, "Behold, I will put leads against them, which they should not regard silver, and as for gold, they should not delight in it." Right, that's what I'm saying. Russia versus the United States is heating up. So the Heavenly Father's going to stir up the Medes, which is the Russians, against Babylon. And as for gold and silver, they should not delight in it. I meant to say Slovakia. That's why you had a couple of days ago, Russia sent that World War III nuclear warning to the United States. So Russia versus the Western countries, Russia versus the United States, that's something going to continue to heat up. This is Isaiah 17 and verse 1. It says, "The burden of the masses, behold, the masses is taken away from being a city that shall be its royal heat." Right, so we're seeing that Damascus of Syria is a war zone torn country, and it's taken away from being a city that should be its royal heat due to the ongoing clashes among the nations against one another. That's what we're seeing, So it's only going to continue to intensify. It's only going to heat up more and more and more. And this is the prophet Joel, chapter 10, verse 1. It says, "For behold, in those days, in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem by the Israelites." 1044, called Halal Yahbashim Yashai. This is Joel, chapter 3, verse 2. It says, "And I will gather all nations and bring them down to the valley of Jehoshaphat, Yahweh Shaphat, and I will plead with them for my people, and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations of part of the land." Right, Jerusalem should be tried down to the Gentiles in the field. That's what we're seeing over there in Israel. This is Joel chapter 3, verse 3. "They have cast lots upon my people, like the Israelites. They have given a boy for a harlot, and so they birth wine that they might drink." Right, so Israelite men and women for musty wine of our forefathers and ancestors, because Heavenly Father required that which is past. And it was taking place as well, too, towards the children of Israel, these other nations. This is Joel chapter 3 and verse 4. It says, "Yea, would have ye to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon," right, those Hamitic nations, "and all the coast of Palestine, those Ishmaelites. Will you render me a recompense? And if you recompense me swiftly and speedily, and I will turn your recompense upon your own head." Right, so those small hatters and those Ishmaelites and those Hamites, and their recompense is coming upon them. Right? So what they did to the children of Israel, they took a part in the downfall of the children of Israel still to this day, especially financially in modern day times. Joel chapter 3, verse 5, "Because you had taken my silver and my gold, and carried them into your temple, my goodly precious things," right, the apple of the Heavenly Father's eye of our forefathers, the Israelites. Joel 3, verse 6, "The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem had ye sold unto the Grecians," right, the Edomites, "that ye might remove them far from that border." Right, we've been removed far from our border, from our ancestors and forefathers, all the way down to us. But yet this day we still in the land of our captivities. We're Judah and Jerusalem were oppressed together still in the day. This is Joel chapter 3, verse 6. It says, "The children also of Judah." It says, "And the children of Jerusalem had ye sold unto the Grecians, that ye might remove them far from their border." Christ into the day. This is Joel 3, verse 6. It says, Behold, I will raise them up out of place behind Solomon, and I will turn your recompense upon your own head." Christ said, recompense is definitely come upon their own head. The small hatters, those IDF Edomites, those Hamites, and all the nations that had taken down for all the children of Israel, because those small hatters, they financed the slave trade, so the Heavenly Father had forgot about that, and he required that which is past. And Malachi 3 verse 6, and the Heavenly Father, he doesn't change not, because he's the Ancient of Days, he still remains the same. But that recompense is definitely going to come towards those other nations. What they did to the children of Israel in ancient times, and all the way in modern day times as well too, and still to this day. So rightfully so, that recompense is coming upon all the nations. Just like it says in the book of Obadiah 1 verse 15. And the day of the Heavenly Father is upon all the other nations, rightfully so, righteous judgment. Because the Heavenly Father, he's a righteous, boundless judgment power. This this like it says in Ecclesiastes 12 verse 14. This is Joel chapter 3 verse 8. It says, "Now will sell your sons and your daughters into the hands of the children of Judah." Right, so these Edomites, men, women, and children, they're going to be in the hands of Judah as servants and slaves, and just like they did to our ancestors, forefathers. That's going to happen towards them, rightfully so. And they shall set them to the Samaritans, those people over there in Yemen, until a people fall off from Yahweh has spoken. The prophet Joel chapter 3 verse 9. It says, "Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war. Wake up the mighty man, let all the men of war draw near, and let them come up." Right. So the Heavenly Father's putting that warlike mindset. He's waking up the mighty men of these armies of nations, preparing them for war, and let them draw near and let them come up over there in West Asia. That's why we're seeing nuclear escalation heating up over there in West Asia. Iran versus Israel, the proxy groups of the Iranians going against the Israel Defense Force. That's what we're seeing over there in Western Asia. So throughout that whole region, we're seeing seditions, uprisings, uproars among the nations, and wars and rumors of wars, nation against nation. So it's heating up over there in the Valley of Jehoshaphat. And then you have other nuclear escalations and tensions are heating up around the world. As I mentioned before, the Russia-Ukraine situation. You know, we're seeing what's taking place down there in the South China Sea, as we've been mentioning that numerous of times. You know, China versus Taiwan. As China getting closer and closer to invading Taiwan, and Taiwan is getting prepared for that, and the United States is getting prepared for that as well too. They recently did military exercise drills, launching missiles with Taiwan did a couple of days ago. So that shows you that, hey, that's a escalation right there down there in the South China Sea. And what's taking place, I would say, the Korean Peninsula. You have North Korea versus South Korea, Japan, and the United States. That's heating up. Another escalation. And what's taking place over there in the South China Sea, disputed territory islands, China versus the Philippines, that's heating up as they've been having the latest clashes for this, say, the fourth or fifth time. And the United States, they're going to have to get involved in that. Germany, going to have to get involved in that. Australia, they're going to have to get involved in that. And all these other nations as well, too. The Japhetic people, and those Moabites as well, too. And then you got the Azerbaijan-Armenia situation that's going to continue to heat up once again. So all these different nuclear escalations and tensions are heating up between the different nations and different kingdoms rising up against one another. That's why Scripture says, "For nation shall rise against nation." That's all this is another prophet, Joel chapter 10 verse 10. It says, "Beat your plowshares and your swords and your pointings and spears, and let the weak say I'm strong by these armies of nations." That's why we've been saying for the latest of Iran building up their nuclear capability, having multiple facilities to create more nuclear bombs, more nuclear capability to their already arsenal that they already have. So they got the connection, they got the finances. That's why we've been seeing increasing military spending amongst all the nations, been increasing at an all-time high ever since World War II. Military exercise drills, nuclear actions is increasing. So now we're starting to see that the weeks in North Korea, all these other nuclear escalations, all these other nuclear nations, they're building up their nuclear capability. Now we're starting to see let the weak say I'm strong. This is Joel chapter 3 and verse 11. "Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen," which is the armies of the other nations. "Gather yourselves together round about rivers, and all my mighty ones to come down on your house." This is the prophet Joel 3 verse 12. "Let the heathen be awake and come up into the valley of Jehoshaphat, which is your house Shabbat. From there I will sit and judge all the heathen round about." Right? So the Heavenly Father's going to sit and judge all the heathen of the army nations round about, as he's gathered them up over there in Western Asia. This is Joel chapter 3 verse 13. "Put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is river, come and get ye down, for the press is full, and the fast will flow for their wickedness is great." This is Joel 3 verse 14. "Multitudes and the valley of decision, for the day of Yahweh is near the valley of decision." Right, so the day of the Heavenly Father is getting closer and nearer to the valley of decision, Yahweh Shabbat. Joel 3 verse 15. "The sun and the moon shall be darkened, and the stars shall withdraw their shine." This is the prophet Joel 3 verse 16. It says, "And the power shall also roar out of Zion, and utter his voice from Jerusalem. And the heavens and the earth shall shake, but Yahweh will be the hope of his people and the strength of the children of Israel." Well, so the Heavenly Father is going to be the strength and the hope of his people, and the strength of the children of Israel, the Israelites. Joel 3 verse 17. "So shall you know that I am Yahweh your power, dwelling into Zion, my holy mountain. Then shall Jerusalem be holy, and there no stranger shall pass the road anymore." Right, like it says, Jeremiah 30 chapter explains that as well too. This is Joel chapter 10 verse 15. 19, right? Because when the real Israelites get it back to the land, the scripture says the nations are not going to learn no more war, and the nations is not going to pass through her no more, which is Jerusalem. It says, and shall no strangers pass through her anymore. Joel 3 verse 18, and it shall come to pass in that day that the mountains shall drop down in new wine, and the hills shall flow with milk, and all the rivers of Judah shall flow with waters, and the fountain shall come forth, and the house of Yahweh shall water about the children. This is the prophet Joel 3 verse 19. It said, Egypt shall be a desolation, and Edom shall be a desolate wilderness, for the violence against the children of Judah, right still to this day, like it says Ezekiel 35th chapter. It said, because they had shed some blood in that land, right still to this day. Joel chapter 3 verse 20. But Judah shall dwell forever, and Jerusalem for generations to generations. This is Joel chapter 3 verse 21. For I will cleanse their blood that I have not cleansed. For Yahweh dwelling in Zion. So Heavenly Father, He's only dwelling in Zion. This is Joel 2 verse 27. It says, ye shall know that I am in the midst of Israel, that I am Yahweh your power, none else. My people should not be ashamed. So Heavenly Father, He's only in the midst of His people, so He's going to come back with His people and His rights. And this is second Edges. You have the second Edges 6 and verse 1. It says, and he said unto me in the beginning when the earth was made, and before the borders of the world stood, wherever the winds blow. And this is second Edges 6 and verse 2. It says, before the thunder and lightning, wherever the foundations thereof, the foundations and the paradise was made and stopped. Second Edges 6 verse 3. It said, and the field and flowers were seen, and the remarkable powers were seen. It says, the removable and the powers were established, and before the innumerable multitude of angels was gathered together. This is second Edges 6 verse 4. It says, wherever the heights of the air was lifted up before the measures of the firmament were named, wherever the chimney of Zion were high. Second Edges 6 verse 5. It says, the error of the present years was sought out, wherever the offenses of them that now sin were turned before they were sealed. They gathered faith for a treasure. Second Edges 6 verse 6. Things did I consider these things, and they were made through me and through none other. By me also there be in, and by none other. Second Edges 6 verse 7, and it reads, then answer Isaiah, what shall be the part of the son of the times, or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that following time. Second Edges 6 verse 8, and he say unto me from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau was born of him, Jacob hand held first, and he was the head of Esau. Second Edges 6 verse 9, Esau's in the world, Jacob in that following. Right, so Esau's in the world, Jacob in that following. We're seeing Esau king is falling. That's why the prophesying against him now so on everything. It's a very 100% positive thing to see the downfall of Esau, Edom, Idumea, Ishash will be that waste away. So Esau's in the world, Jacob getting that fall. Second Edges 9 verse 5, for like all that is made in the world at the beginning and it is manifest, or at the beginning of the end of wicked rulership is coming to naught. Esau's kingdom is falling. We're seeing signs of it. It's being manifest more than anything. And call him like how about Shah for them. I'm gonna bring up this yeah, this is prophet Isaiah 11 verse 10. Salakia. Yeah, this is prophet Isaiah 11 verse 10. It says, in that day that should be a root of Jesse. Right, we are the root of Jesse of our forefathers. It says, which shall stand for the ensign should the Gentile seek, and his rest shall be glorious. And his rest shall be glorious. This is the prophet Isaiah 11 verse 11. And it shall come to pass in that day that Yahweh shall set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people, like the Israelites, which shall be left from Assyria and from Egypt and from Paphos and from Cush and from Elam and from Shinar and from the islands of the sea. This is Isaiah 11 verse 12. And he shall set up an ensign for the nations, and shall assemble the outcasts of Israel and gather together the dispersed of Judah for the four corners of the earth. Right, so we got to be gathered back together as the Heavenly Father coming back for his remnant of his people, of Israelites. Isaiah 11 verse 13. The enemy also of Egypt shall be called. The adversary of Judah shall be called. Egypt shall not hate Judah, and Judah shall not bless Egypt. And also Judah and Egypt from the top tribes of the northern kingdom and southern kingdom. They are coming back together. Isaiah 11 verse 14. And they shall fly upon the shoulders of the Philistines towards the west. And they shall spoil them by the east together. They shall lay their hand upon Edom and Moab, and the children of Ammon shall invade. While Edom was the so-called white, worldwide so-called Chinese, and the children of Ammon was the so-called Koreans and Japanese and Ammon shall invade. So the prophet Isaiah. Prophet Isaiah 11 verse 15. It says, and the power of the house shall destroy the time of the Egyptian sea. It was his mighty wind shall he shake his hand over the rivers, and he shall mighty even seven streams, and they men go to dry shore. And this is the prophet Isaiah 11 verse 16. And there shall be a highway for the remnant of his people, which shall be left in Syria, like as it was in the day of the land of Egypt. Why so the heavenly Father, he's coming back for his people, the Israelites. So he's not coming back for no idea of Edomites. He's not coming back for no Israelites. He ain't coming back for no small hats. He's coming back for Israelites. The remnant of his people, like it says in Isaiah 11 chapter. And so with that, I'm go ahead and close it out through the Spirit, power, grace, and mercy of Yahweh Yahshua on this Monday morning, September the 2nd, 2024, and throughout Yahweh Yahshua. As always, for giving us the opportunity chance to come out here and do so. Lifting up the names of Yahweh Yahshua and Barak Thumb to the elders, or Hakim Akwa, and I say Shalom. So with that, I'd like to give all praise and glory and honor to say Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai, and the heavenly Father, say Yahweh, he's like we got the Son, Hashem, and thank you, Mashiach Yahweh. Those are their true names in ancient Hebrew, the last one, gospel tongue. And I say Barak Thumb to the elders, or Hakim Akwa. Until next time, I will say Kwame Asharala and the Bar. Shalom. Stop.